Join with us now as we travel again through time, 1,000 more years, and enter a very unique era when God himself entered time and space and came to earth as one of us. And some of us did not recognize him. The religious and political times of Jesus were rife with confusion as a man named Herod Antipas, an ungodly governor, the Tetrarch, grasped the throne. Not really Jewish, but from the Idumean lineage, Herod displayed a contempt for the faith of the people that he ruled. From the biblical account, we can see that Herod's union with his brother Philip's wife caused the prophet John to publicly denounce him to the deathly detriment of this very John the Baptist. Just what kind of deranged mentality ruled the people who ruled Israel and arranged the dance that led to the death of John the Baptist? We will now meet Herod, Herodias, and Salome and observe the absurd, comic tragedy of their lives. Here we will see the pathetic state of the rulers of the Jewish people at the time of Jesus, just before Israel was expelled from the land permanently.
Salome. Oh, there's Mrs. Tiberius. You know she's married to the proconsul.
Yes, Mother.
Wave, Salome. Give them the royal wave. There she is. There's that cousin of, what's his name?
Caesar, Mother.
Oh, I can't believe she had the nerve to come here today. After last week's insinuations, I just don't believe it. How could she possibly? Doesn't she even know who I am? Who you are, dear?
Yes.
Oh, dear, what's the world coming to? Oh.
Yes, Mother. Oh, my.
Whoa. Oh, look at the crowds. I just love crowds. Give me that.
Oh, hey, that's my mirror.
There. Now, Salome, Herod, come. Let us go down to where the people are and let them see their king.
I don't know about that, dear. It's a feast day, you know. And they tend to get a bit religious on the feast days. Especially after that John the Baptist thing.
Cool it, Herod. You're the king. You call the shots. After all, this is your temple.
I know that.
Salome! Speak respectfully to your father. After all, he is the king.
And he's not my father? Anyhow, what feast is it this time? Oh.
It's the Feast of Tabernacles, I think. It's much better than that abominable Day of Atonement on which I have to fast.
Oh, but darling, you make up for it in the evening meal. Besides, I love the feasts. Is our palace Sukkah up yet?
Sukkah? What's that?
Child, didn't that woman I hired to take care of you teach you anything at all?
I guess not.
Oh, what do you expect from some heathen slave from Tarsus anyway? Now, the Sukkah. Salome, you see that structure above the musicians' heads?
Yes, I
That
see it.
is a Sukkah. Now, did you know that Moses commanded the children of Israel to build these booths of wood and cover them up with branches and hang fruit in them? And we're supposed to eat in there. However, we do get to party for 7 whole days. Now, that's not so bad. It's supposed to remind us of how we wandered through the wilderness for 40 years and lived in those dreadful tents. The only thing it reminds me of is my childhood, and you know, those were much simpler times. Then we used to eat and sleep under the stars. It was quite pleasant, actually. Yes. Well, when does the entertainment start? Oh, look, puppets. Oh, how charming. Come, Salome. Come, Herod. Oh, how lovely. Oh, yes.
Well, kids, the prophet Jonah, he finally went to Nineveh. And there,
It's him!
What?
Oh, no! It's him! No! It's John the Baptizer! He's risen from the dead! Oh, he's come to get me!
Oh, stop it, you fool. You silly little fool. Take a good look at that. Take a long look at that. That's only a puppet. It's a child's puppet. John the Baptist, he got what he deserved. Well, you darling, you were just serving your king. John was criticizing the king and the king's family. You wouldn't have wanted that to continue now, would you? He was messing around with my emancipation.
But how could we allow him to expose us to the nation?
John should have known not to mess with the king.
You know, I still don't get that baptism thing.
You know, that John the Baptizer, he really upset me.
There, dear. Well, I really do love these feasts and celebrations.
But this religious stuff only gives me indigestion.
We'd really do fine without this talk about God.
And living 7 days in a sukkah is odd.
I am really getting bored. Can we go now?
We have to put an appearance in. When you're the king and queen, you've got to put on a performance.
Oh yes, and remember how much I love to dance.
Just remember all the nasty things that fanatic said.
If you get too religious, you could lose your head.
Come, darling. I'm really bored. They've already seen me.
He was messing around with our emancipation, but how could we allow him to expose us to the nation? Remember all the nasty things that fanatics said. If you get too religious, you could lose your head.
Herodias and Salome leave the temple before the religious ceremonies even start. We see their contempt for the very law of God. Today is the last great day of the Feast of Tabernacles, as outlined in the book of John, the 7th chapter, and we will have a special visitor arrive. A lone priest stands to perform the water libation ceremony. We contrast his lonely service of this faithful priest with the pomp and the grandeur of Solomon's temple, and we are saddened to see the state that the nation of Israel has fallen to.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
This is the last great day of the Feast of Tabernacles. If anyone is thirsty, let him come. Come to me and drink. But whoever believes on me, as the scriptures have said, out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem, you who stoned the prophets and killed those sent to her, how long I've wanted to gather your children as a hen gathers her chicks. But you would not come. See, your house is left to you desolate. You will not see me again. Say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord.
Father, Father, call your children home. Avinu, Melkeinu, call your children home. You were there in the wilderness when you camped with us. We lived in tents, but now the hearts of your children are so far from you. My heart laments. Father, oh Father, all your children home. Avinu, Melkeinu, all your children home. We have strayed from the ancient path and have walked the way that leads to death. But I know someday when these bones lay dry, you will prophesy and give us bread. Father, oh Father, call your children home. Avinu, Melkeinu, call your children home. Oh Lord God, you will scatter us. Then from all the nations you will gather us. And in that day when our hearts have turned, you will then return and father us. Father, oh Father, call your children home. Avinu, Melkeinu, call your children home. Father, oh Father, call your children home. Avinu, Melkeinu,